Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2. All right, it looks like we've got some broadcasting audio, so welcome, boys, to round 3 of season 7 of Apollo Advanced Legends League, sponsored by Admin Box. We here at Betgear Studios, or Betgear Productions, are throwing on the race for you guys tonight. I apologize for all of our technical difficulties. We are just figuring this guy out. I just got home, fed the pussies. They're the furry kind. One black, one tabby. Love them to death. Here we go for practice, and I'm going to try and work out a couple bugs, and I will see you boys for qualifying in the heats. Sir, you cannot park there. I just figured I'd let you know. I believe that's Tyler Daniels, but I am not sure right now, as our tracker is not live. All right, boys. Confirmed we have audio. Confirmed Tyler Daniels has hit the wall again. Yeah, that's what practice is for, right? You got to test your limits. It is what it is, boys. There he goes. And there she does it, boys. The 33 is down. All right, boys, we follow the 33 again as we are trying to get our tracker online. I apologize for that. It's one of our many technical difficulties that will eventually be sorted out, but not tonight. I promise you, not tonight. All right, boys, we have our experimental tracker that may not work, but we're going to see what we can do with her tonight. Might as well try her out, right? We got Todd Meyer in P1 with a 21.288, followed by Eric Sellers in P2 with a 21.380, and Scott T. Petrone in 21.4 with a 21.4 in P3 as someone nicks the wall. We got Fish. Holy shit, let's go Fish. Holding it down in P4 with a 21.5. We got Big Daddy Trabby sitting in P5 at a 21.55. Right behind Fish. They are so close. Welcome to practice at Oswego, boys. Oswego, does anyone know? I don't know. Either way, just logged in. We got Sean Patchen, Rick Gibby, and Luke Desjardins. All right, boys, before we get heated and beat it, let's do an audio check. Audio check. Audio check. On that audio check, it looks like you guys are not getting audio from the cars. Let's see if I can fix that for you, boys. That was Fish sideways, but let's see who else we can follow through practice. We are on the boon, I believe. Oh, that's the wall, Kyle. I don't know if you want to go there. Is this Kyle? It looks like the 38 car. Can't be Kyle. Kyle isn't in the session. This must be our other 38. Unfortunately, our tracker does not tell us who that is right now. Like I said before, we are running with an experimental version of the tracker that is not fully built, but it's what we landed on tonight, so we're going to roll with it. We do not get a lap count, even though it says lap. We just get to see the best lap and the gap. It's normally all she asks for anyways. That and maybe your net worth. But let's do a rundown. Why not? We are in practice and we got Todd Byer in P1 with a 21-2. Damn, he shaved some shit off there. Then we got Brian Wright, who won last week, but he is sitting in P2 with a 21-3. We got Eric Sellers running in P3 with a 21-3-8. Scott T. Petrone kicks off our post aft. Motherfucker's running slower than a 21-3. He is a 21-4-1-6. We got Luke Desjardins. Hell yeah, this motherfucker was in the shakedown trying to help me, Scott Correa, and Todd Meyer do the setup, and he is running P5. By the way, the best thing that you can do as a driver is maybe show up to the shakedown when your boys are setting up a fixed setup. Apollo boys, if you're watching this, now you know. Show up on Saturday mornings. It is what it is. We got Big Daddy Travie holding out P6. He is a new father, and he is killing it. I've seen his little one in the rig already. Then we got Fish in P7, Scott Correa, who helped do this setup. Man, that guy is a freaking genius in disguise. He's holding down PA. We got Tyler Daniels in 6th. Fish, the 33 that we've been following for most of practice, is holding down P7. I fucked up everything. Anyways, we got Giddy in P10. Craig's holding down outside there. Gotta go. I gotta go. I'll be back. Qualifying is coming up soon, boys. knows what we got for time left. I'm gonna try and replace this tracker with our one for last week because I feel like we're kind of missing the same thing. This one just looks a little better. But the last time we at least had the session end times. I gotta go talk some shit in Discord though, boys. I'll be right back. Welcome to round 4. We are watching Gibby take his warm-up lap in quali. Hey, look at that. Fix the tracker so at least we got live quali times? Question mark. So I'm going to try and get to our tracker from last week after qualifying, since it looks like we're getting good response from this one. We got most of the field out on track as we follow Rick Gibson through lap 1. Woo. About 9 inches from the wall. I feel like you could get a little bit wider there. Oh no, Gibby. Oh. The new rule in season 7 is you have 3 laps, so he's got plenty of time to warm those tires back up and get another lap in. Let's see if our camera controls still work during qualifying. That is an unknown. They do. And I believe we are on board with Craig Bristol, my old teammate. Oh, as he slams the wall. Let's see who else is out there. All right. We got Fish. We're on board with Fish. Dinner, fried chicken, $1. In or out. This is the complete. Tentatively 4th. Looks like everyone is having a hard time by themselves at Oswego. I will say, I can't do a lap here without a friend to follow. I don't normally turn left. I do love turning left. It looks like our Todd Byers on provisional pole with Scott T. Petrone rolling down P3 or P2. Rick Gibby even with that wall touch. I have a feeling that happened after our qualifying and he was just rolling for it. But he's holding down P3. We got Eric Sellers in P4. Fish is in P5. Scott Correa, this man is a goddamn genius, but he is rolling down P6. We got Big Daddy Travie in P7. Will Logue, who, thank God you're back, brother, I missed you. You are holding down P8 with Sean Patchen rolling down P10, and Craig motherfucking Bristol coming in P10. is Heat 1, Round 4, Season 7 of the Apollo Advanced Legends League. We got Todd Byer kicking us off in the lead, followed by Scott Correa, Rick Gibson, Greg Langford, and Hugh Escobar. It doesn't seem like I can load the tracker from next week, though I am going to keep trying. Just ignore that big ass lap text, because cat's trying to drink water or what? Because you ain't got no numbers.
Green.
And that is green flag. Todd takes off. Followed by Rick Giddy up from P3. I'm scared to touch our camera, I'll be honest, but let's see what's going on in P3. If we can, maybe we can't, maybe we can. That's a hell of a battle for the lead, boys. Let's go. Gibby takes the inside. Todd gives it to him graciously. Let's be real, it's just a heat, boys. But that is a pass for the lead and the pole of the race. That's a hell of a rotation, but didn't seem to unsettle the car at all. That was impressive. Tucks it down real tight. I love all the different lines on Oswego. Let's go, not Nathan Harper in the in the 07. I'm not even sure who that is. Looks like Hugh has dropped to the back, just trying to watch, see what everyone's doing. What can and can't you run at Oswego? And Sean admits that he avoids this track at all costs. This looks like the first heat down and dusted with Todd getting our victory. Oh no, Gibby's gonna get our victory with Todd running in second. I'm not sure where we're going, but we'll be back. This is a union break. I'd say a commercial break, but I'm not here to sell you nothing. boys, welcome to Heat 2. We are on board with Sean Patchen right now. Looks like we are taking the green flag. But we are not on board with Sean Patchen because that is Sean Patchen back there in 5th. We are now on board with Big Bad Daddy Travi. Looks like our P4. We got no tracker. We got Big Daddy Travi in P2, it looks like, with Sean Patchen in P4. Actually made for endurance racing, but here we are. We got Brian Wright holding down P1 just like he did last week. Big Daddy Travi holding down P2. Eric Sellers in P3. Sean Patchen in P4 with Harry M back in P5. And who's that back in P6? You know, they were talking about trying to DQ me before this heat, but this is great. Your announcer and the voice of Alain Michael Prost, also known as LMP, is at number 99. Raymond Crivello is holding down P6 from the broadcast booth. This is beautiful. Alright, so Brian pretty much wiped the floor with Heat 2. While the rest of you boys just kind of hung out. That was beautiful. I love that they didn't DQ me. They should have. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Did you guys see the 99? He was killing it. Anyways, here we go. Are you boys ready for Heat 3? We got Scott T. Petron in P1, followed by Fish in his super classic ass $1 livery back there. We got Will Logue. Welcome back, Will Logue. Curious why you got that number 3 behind you now. Also, you know what? They don't deserve to know. In P4, we got Craig Bristol, my ex-teammate. Love that man. Hope to race with you again soon. Definitely gonna do that next season when I'm not broadcasting. Anyways, we got Luke Desjardins holding down P5. For the record, guys, Sean's confused. Self-admitted. Not the first time, not the last time. I love that man. fish to crag. Top back there. Ooh-wee! Little bit of rubbing, banging, burning. Net code? Who the hell knows? I mean, boys, I'm not trying to call him out, but where did Will go? There he is. Hey, buddy! You know, you don't have to sit back there just because you haven't been here in a while. Love you, Will. We'll see you soon. I'm sure you'll be back. Oh, hey, look at that. We got Craig Bristol backwards. Can you say Bristol backwards? But here we go. We are on our lap leader, Scott T. Petron, with 2 laps left. Probably about 1.5 laps left now. Apparently we're on lap 4 now, and lap 0. I'm loving this tracker. It's great. The truth is that the code between iRacing in spectator mode and in driver mode is entirely different, which is why our name in the 99 car was in Heat 2. I figured trying to join in a different manner might have gotten us a better tracker. In the end, it screwed us right up the bunghole. Here we go. Look for Luke trying to charge for the last lap. Oh, that was last lap. All right. The tracker might be right. All right. So those were our heats. Welcome to the warm-up. This is the Sean Pissin Patchin sponsored break. Since you guys don't have access to the Discord, I will let you know that Sean is literally announcing that he's going to pee right now. And he's thanking Scott for some reason. But it is what it is. R04. We are at Oswego in Season 7. We got Luke Desjardins on pole. Let's go, buddy. Big Betty Travie in P2. We got Todd Byer in P3. Scott T. Petrone in P4. Brian Wright, our last week winner in P5. We got Gibby in P6. Eric Sellers in P7. We got the Fisher Desjardins, sponsored by Admin Box. In P8, we got Greg Langford. In P9, Sean Patchen. In P10, we got Will Logan, P11. Hugh Escobar in P12. Harry in P13. Craig Bristol in P14. 15th is Tyler Daniels, and your announcer himself is registered in P16. Alright guys, it sounds like someone had missed the start. It might be Hugh. Yep, it looks like Hugh is in the pits, so Hugh will be starting probably about 3/4 of a lap down. It being Oswego, it kind of depends on how much they give and take on lap 1. He could start only 1/4 of a lap down if they're really nice to each other. Can get weird here. We're gonna try and get, let's try and get about mid-pack here. I don't honestly suspect more than 4 green flag laps for the first green flag. Not to be a pessimist, but it is what it is. This track catches everyone, because it's ridiculous.
Green.
Yep, Todd bounces off the fucking hump on lap 1. Turn 1. Hangs onto it. Ooh, no, Brian. Keep it going. We're good. Welcome to Oswego, boys. There's bumps everywhere. Who knows what gear you're supposed to be in, because it's freaking lap 1. You know, Todd likes to just hang himself on the outside. I don't know why. Like, all I'm saying is don't carry a step stool into prison. But here we go. The yellow flag is out, and we have not finished lap 2. I'd say that was theory time confirmed, bitches. Love you all. Shout out to Heavy Spoilers there. So Luke Desjardins holds our lead, followed by Todd Byer. Our admins have lost control of their controls, but I'm sure it'll still be fun. I'll let you know if they have any emergencies that cause anything. We got Big Daddy Travie in P3. Ooh, this sounded real familiar. This sounded a lot like last week. Todd, don't hurt him. Don't hurt your teammate. That's all I can say. The pace car is throwing us an Eric Sellers in P1, but I feel like that's just going to cycle through. I think he got caught up in something. Then we got Brian Wright, Scott T. Petrone, Greg Langford, Craig Bristol, Sean Patchen, and Harry round out the top 10. But that might not be true. Will Logue might be rounding off our top 10. It's nice to have him back, by the way. There appears to be some yellow flag confusion. think we are sorting it out right now. Guys, the code to the safe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same combination on my luggage.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Guys, hang on. We are not going green.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
In case you guys didn't get to hear it, hang on. We are not going green. We are not going green. Thanks, Jeff. Todd Byer is literally praying to his God, hoping for a green flag. By the way, guys, if you don't know Todd,
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
is watching Todd Byer in P2. I absolutely love it.
Hang on,
No
we're
one
not
else is
going
more
green.
motivated.
Not going green.
He's got the best go attitude when he's in P2. I absolutely love it. Sorted out. So, like I suspected, we have Luke Desjardins in P1, Todd Byer in P2, Big Daddy Travi Edwards in P3. We got Brian Wright in P4, Scott T. Petron in P5, followed by Greg Langford, Sean Patchen, Craig Bristol, Harry, and Will Lowe. Rounding out our top 10. We are going green. Luke pulls out to the outside, taking the fast line, and a good jump on the field.
Caution, yellow flag.
And the yellow flag's out. Oh boy. I promise you guys, one day we will have a yellow flag cam. I just literally have been too lazy to click 5 or 6 buttons, and I apologize for that. Sounds like Hugh is very grateful for the practice laps, because he himself has realized that everything is just a practice start when there's 3 yellows in 12 laps. But it is what it is. So as we come up to this green flag, it sounds like all the teammates are committing to odd things that they will do for each other. Either way, we got Luke leading his pack to the green. He's waiting to throw the hammer down. There he goes. Okay.
Green.
A decent jump. Brian Wright is not willing to give up that inside line, even though he is on the outside. He's willing to press anyone down, and honestly, I would too. This is Oswego. Sean Patchen, though, looking for the hunt. And blinking as always. And they touch. Everyone seems okay, though. The teammates are worried who is coming on each other. But they seem to be set.
Yellow flag.
And the yellow flag is out. I believe Hugh is complaining about a hook in the rear. We did not get to see what caused the yellow. Promise you one day I will care enough to give you replays. But it's not yet. We're only like 19 subscribers deep. Tell your friends. Brian Wright is just diving in that inside line and taking it as he should. And he goes to the inside again. We're going too wide, in a one. And Luke is still holding that lead. Oh, we got a little bump in the wagon. It's happening. And the teammates are holding down P2 and 3. I swear that's a hell of a defense, but Brian Wright is having none of it. The second he gets a run, he's going to take it. And Scotty Beatrill ain't going to wait either. This is a battle for the top 5 that might end in tragedy, boys. Brian is back down to P5. Petron up to 4th. And Todd and Travi are just a wall of defense that are waiting to snap on the lead. Here we go, boys. Can they hold that outside and squeeze Luke down? Ooh, a little bit of wheel from Travi back there. Oh, they might get trapped on the outside and just get train wrecked here. Sean's making threats from the back. It's beautiful. Sean as well is holding down that inside line. If Travis and Todd get just walked out here, it's kind of going to be hilarious. They're still just hanging out like braves on the outside.
Caution, yellow flag.
And the yellow flag is out. Ooh, Scotty Petrone is stuck in between the teammates. That kind of actually works out for them. They'll be starting tail to nose. If someone fails at starting, they can push them through. This restart's going to be hot, boys. Let's take a small break. Let's get you a quick rundown. We got Luke Desjardins in P1 leading this race. We got Scott T. Petrone in P2. Travi and Todd are holding down P3 and P4. We got Brian Wright in P5. Eric Sellers is back up to P6. Craig Bristol in P7. Sean Patchen in P8. Gibby in P9. And Greg is holding down our top 10. Pace car peels off. Field is in Luke's hands. He's waiting until the front straight again. And he goes. Can everyone hold on? No, Luke's gone. Luke's gone. Later, homie. Oh, Travis sideways. And there's a wake behind him. Unfortunate. There seems to be more wreckage going on. The yellow flag's got to be out by now. Yeah, we're seeing blinking at the wheel end. I don't know how many people got caught up in that, but that was unfortunate, boys. If that was my video card, but that didn't look like smooth graphics. I don't know who that could be on, but all set up. Looks like our pace car is peeling off. Like I said, it is Luke, Scott, Craig, Todd. Sorry, Trevi. Gibby, Sean is up to P6. We got Fish and P7, Hugh, Sellers, and now Brian is back to P10 after that. Let's go, boys. Ooh, a little bit of stack up back there. Everyone looks good and safe. Someone is darting way to the inside. And we're continuing on. We got Scott TP Drone taking the lead after a self-spin is what it looked like. Craig Bristol holding down goddamn P2. Let's go, boy. Gibby in P3. We got Todd Meyer up to P4 again. I mean, maybe he just stayed there. We got Brian Wright rounding up our top 5. Sean Patchen's holding. Oh no! Again!
The yellow flag is out.
We got him a yellow for that one. Scott T. Petron inherits the lead. I feel like someone had a hardware failure. That's kind of the only explanation I have for what happened. Because I think that was the black, white, and red car of Luke. Sort this out, and I'll try and come back when I know what's going on. Sorted out. We are on lap 40 of 50 at Oswego Speedway. We got Scott T. Petron in the lead, followed by Craig Bristol. We got Todd Meyer in P3. Ryan Wright is back up to P4. This man has been all over the field. Let's go, Brian Wright. We got Sean Patchen up to P5, followed by Fish in P6. Travi is back up to P7. We got Sellers in P8. Langford in P9. And Harry is rounding up to 10. And Scott takes off. He's got a good run on the field. He's got the outside, inside. He's got that everything. He can take the whole track if he wants, minus those bumps. You know, because Oswego. I hate and love this track. Everyone is holding on. Todd is back up on his rear end. Which side's he going to stick it in? It's Todd. He's going to want to go out on the outside unless he has to. And he knows he's got 8 laps. not going to wait for no one. And I know Craig's thirsty, so let's go, boys. As suspected, Todd like a gentleman takes the outside. Gives Brian all the room in the world. It was like a Curtis.
Yellow flag is out.
And Sean Patchen apparently got a little loose. And unfortunately, Travi was collected. I guess Sean's got to go to West Virginia because he owes a man a beer. We are on lap 46 of 50. Todd is just finding out that his teammate was taken out. Unfortunate ending for an awesome guy. However, Travis inherits the lead. I don't know how this works. This has got to be not true. This has to be a lie. Because I believe Scotty Petrone has the lead here. Here we go. Let's start you off. Lap 47. We got 3 laps left. This is basically a green-white checker. Scotty Petrone, Todd Byer, Craig Bristol, Brian Wright, Eric Tellers, our fish, U. Escobar in P7. Let's go, boy. Gibby back down in P8, but I promise you he ain't finishing there. Greg Langford and Harry round up our top 10. Then Travi in P11. Sean Patchen in P12. Luke Desjardins back in 13, and Will Lowe in 14. The pace car's still there, sorry. That was ill-timed. Awkward pause, only 2 laps left, what the hell? Is the pace car going yet? Let's go, boys. Green flag racing.
Green flag.
Alright, so we don't have destruction. That's pretty good. It looks like they're jockeying back there where our camera can't reach, and I'm not touching her. Actually, it looks like the back of the pack's being pretty conservative. You guys realize this is last lap? Someone throw it in, boys. Brian Wright looks up for the challenge. Can he get it in turn 4? Woo! And that's all she wrote. So I'll be back. I'm gonna go heckle the drivers in Discord and see who wants to come up into the waiting room. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching at least this part of Bet Productions broadcast of the Apollo Advance Legend Series Season 7. Alright, boys. My computer's having a little bit of a problem joining the proper channel. If you'll just bear with me for a second. Okay, I hope I don't have an echo, but we will see. We're gonna try and bring our winner up here. Here is Scott T. Petrone. Welcome to the booth, brother. Can you hear me? Hell yeah, bro. How was that? I will tell you this, I wanted to look at the rest of the field, but like, Jesus Christ, everything from P1 to P8, y'all were crazy, and it was great to watch. I mean, you were killing it whether you were stuck on the outside or the inside. You were just like, nah, I'm not leaving this top 5. Yeah, I honestly think that had to have been like a server issue or something, because it didn't look like anyone was in control of that car. It just drifted. From my perspective, it was super confusing. It looked like a drifting car on track. Yeah, no, he was killing it early race. I was stoked. But anyways, congratulations, bro. That was an amazing fucking win. Oh, I mean, I hope so. I just hope that I'm not too vulgar and I get people disinterested. But we're going to do our thing and make the best of it, right? Thank you, Scott. We're going to... Absolutely. We're going to drag Todd Byer in here. Oh, hello, Tots. I'm good. How are you? Hell of a race, brother. Oh, it absolutely was. I will say this, from the broadcast, it looked like a car that did not have a driver behind it. I will say that. It looked like it had to have been some type of server error or something, but the vehicle did not look like it was piloted, especially not by a guy that I've raced with. like that man doesn't drive anything but respectful. That looked like a car that was not piloted. It took me a second. I thought it was like, I was like, where did that car come from? And then I was like, wait a second, I know that car. That was Luke. So that was a mishap. And honestly, I think the entire Apollo crew like kind of dealt with it relatively quickly. Good job on you boys. But how was the finish? Like that. I mean, Todd, don't get hard on yourself, because I'll tell you what you do wrong on restarts. You give up the inside line. You need to stop doing that. I'm also going to stop coaching you in the broadcast, but stop being nice, Todd. Stop being nice. I see it way too often, and now other people are seeing it because I'm showing them. Something didn't look right in the steering of that car. I will say that. We had the chopper. We had the chopper view, and it didn't look like he had full control of his car, even if he had some control. So I wouldn't worry about that, Todd. I think you need to not forget that you got P3, bro. Well, I'm just sorry that Travi's not still in the waiting room. I love you, Todd. We'll see you soon. Okay, Brian, let's go. That last second push, as always. That was hot, bro.
He wasn't gonna let me have any kind of sniff of the bottom.
I mean, it was great to watch. and you were murking that bottom. Anytime anyone left you inches, you were taking 3 feet. It was beautiful.
What's funny down there, I run a lot of modifieds, so that is the line in the modified. And if you're not almost scraping the wall, you're gonna get passed. So yeah, I was just happy that it worked with a legend car.
Well, you held on to that outside bump if you're on the inside really well. And you made it stick, brother.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Oh, for sure. I have way too much fun doing this. I shouldn't be allowed to.
All right, thanks again, man.
Oh, for sure. Have a good night, Brian.